a lot of people have been asking me to make skill guides for this game, Dragon Generations, and you know what? For a while I didn't want to do it because I was scared of the game updating and changing the moves and whatnot, but I am not scared anymore. I think that it is very necessary for me to do this video with how many people want it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I already covered Earth, so go ahead and check that video out if you missed it. And if you are a lower level player, this video is going to be on namek moves. So let's go ahead and get right into it. This part should be shorter than the Earth one, simply because I now have a base to go off of, and I can compare the moves in namek to the Earth moves, and I can genuinely tell you, like, there are so many namek moves that were not worth even mentioning in this video, so we're going to be completely skipping them entirely. So, one quick thing I do want to mention as well, I mentioned this in the previous one, Game Pass moves, I don't really know where to put them. I mean, I have a couple ideas where I could put them, but I feel like most players aren't going to have them anyway. And there's so few Game Pass moves that if you guys are genuinely curious on how good the Game Pass moves are, number one, I do plan on making a video talking about them, but number two, you can kind of test them yourself with what moves you have. I don't think it would be too hard. You guys see how I'm kind of testing them. So without further ado, let's get into this. Woo! So, beams. Let's talk about beams. So, the first move I want to mention is the Dodoria Beam. Dodoria Beam is... I do want to mention as well, all these moves that in the beam section are better than the Earth's best. So Earth's best, I will refresh you guys, was Gallic Gun. Gallic Gun was tied with like 4 other moves, but I'm just using Gallic Gun to represent. Doing 9,108. I want to keep you guys in mind, I'm max level, I have basically max stats. The only thing I can max more is Gravity Chamber and Grand Kai, and I'm not going to do that until this series is done. So my stats will stay the same, so it's all going to be fair. So yeah, Gallic Gun was the previous best. Let's talk about Dodoria Beam. So if I fully charge up Dodoria Beam here, you guys will see it's doing a little bit more. I do want to mention, real quick, Dodoria Beam, it costs 10 ki. Gallic Gun only takes 5 ki. Dodoria Beam is taking twice as more ki for a 1,000 damage difference. Now, of course, when you're transforming, that 1,000 damage difference changes quite a bit. So if I just throw out a fully charged Gallic Gun in Super Saiyan 1, keep in mind my Super Saiyan 1 is fully perfected, that's 20,000 now, while Dodoria Beam becomes 22,900. So the damage difference is going to be going up, right? And of course in namek you are going to have a new form by now. So, yeah, honestly, it's up to you. I am not going to decide for you if the stamina or ki cost for moving up the world level is going to be worth it or not. That is up to you to decide, because your build could be different. You could be an all agility build and be like, you know what, I can handle the stamina cost. Or you could be a damage build and be like, hey, I can't handle it, but my damage is going to make up for it anyway. Or you could just be a glass cannon and say, you know what, I can't handle it, but I don't care, and I'm going to do it anyway. So, whatever way you want to play it, works for you, and I'm just here to give you the facts so that way you can make the decisions. Oops, I don't want to do that. Cancel. This is so confusing. Alright, so Dodoria Beam, yes, we know. Gorgeous Shot. This move is also equal to Dodoria Beam, so it's just whatever choice. Dodoria Beam you get from the Dodoria Mentor. Gorgeous Shot you get from the Zarbon Mentor. I just wanted to point that out before people ask. And then, there was one more thing I needed to mention, but I completely forgot. Anyway, I'm sure it'll hit me later. It was very important, I should have said it in the intro. Anyway, next up, I think this is actually the best beam in namek. Actually, I know this is the best beam in namek. This is Rikuma Racer Gun. This is doing 11,710. So, I also remember what I was going to say. But yeah, Rikuma Racer Gun is the best charging beam in namek. Does the most damage, of course. What I was going to say, before it leaves me again, is by a namek move, I determine it whether you can actually get it before you go to future. That's how I determine if it's a namek move or not. So there are a bunch of moves that you might consider a namek move, such as Angry Kamehameha, which you actually can't buy until you get into the Future Saga because of how DBOG's weird shop works right now. It's very stupid. I don't know if it's a bug or intentional, but it should be patched immediately. It's extremely dumb. Just to point out, Final Flash, which is an Android Saga move, you need to be well into the Boo Saga to be able to buy it. So, yeah, that doesn't sound cool. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so that's what a namek move is described as. So if you think I missed a move, either number 1, it wasn't good enough to mention, or number 2, it's not a namek move for some reason. So continuing on, Dodon Ray was a mention I gave if you like these quick little laser blasts. Dodon Ray was the best one in Earth, I believe, or at least just tied for it. So yeah, that's that. Death Laser is the new best one. Death Beam is also better than Dodon Ray, but Death Laser is better than, what's it called? Death Beam. So Death Laser you actually get from the Metal Cooler raid, and Raccoon Eraser Gun you get from the Raccoon Mentor, of course. So yeah, that's about it to talk with beams. I'm going to go ahead and cut to the part where we're going to talk about blasts next. Alright, so time to talk about blasts now. So, by the way, ignore the fact that I'm Goku. I needed him for the thumbnail, and then I just kept him because I like Goku. So, we are now Goku. Anyway, now to talk about blasts. So, blasts, once again, I've seen a dramatic improvement on the blasts, except for one, which I will speak of in just a moment. My fan just turned off, so I kind of want to turn it down a little bit, honestly. Anyway, back to the conversation at hand. So Milky Cannon, let's talk about that one first. So Milky Cannon is a very, very good blast. This one you're going to get from the Captain Ginyu Mentor. I throw that out, and unfortunately I hit that guy. He's mad at me now. Oh boy. Reset. Stop. Nice. I'm going to hit dummy over here. So, real quick to refresh everyone's memory, Bomber DX was the best blast tied with Tri-Beam on Earth. If I throw that out, it does 5204. If I throw a Milky Cannon out, it's going to do a lot more, 8457. So that's actually like quite a big jump, I would say. It's very, very good. Death Wave is going to be tied with Milky Cannon, so Death Wave you get from the Frieza Mentor. That's same amount of damage there. Now, Psychic Spear is the next move I want to talk about. So if I knock him back over here, Psychic Spear is a new move in Namek, and it's doing 5204. Now, if I pull it up, it takes 5, and the cooldown is 30. Psychic Rock Throw takes 5, and the cooldown is apparently 5? Let's see if that's true. The Psychic Rock Throw should be coming up any second now. Let's see. Yeah. So, Psychic Rock Throw is just a better move. And it's the Earth move. So, I mean, unless you really like how Psychic Spear looks, man, I don't know. But yeah, Psychic Rock Throw is just a better move overall. They accomplish the same thing. So yeah, that's actually everything we have to talk about for Blast. So let's go ahead and move on to rushes. So rushes are always going to be kind of tricky to rank because there's a lot of stuff that goes into rushes. Specifically, critical hits are hard to rank. So I did choose 3 representatives for Namek, and I'm going to compare them to 3 from Earth as well, and you guys can just see. I do want to give a shout out real quick to Meteor Crash. I'm not going to show it. Meteor Crash seems to be a pretty decent move, especially if you get lucky with the crits because of how many hits it does. And it actually does take 500 stamina because it scales with Earth moves, while still doing pretty decent damage. So yeah, Meteor Crash, fan favorite. It's also a pretty good move. I also want to shout out the Ginyu Force special combo. It's just a 2-hit quick move that does pretty decent damage, over 6,000 for me. So again, like, it's okay. It's a cool move, I guess, like cool little gimmick move if you like the Ginyu Force. It's not too bad. There weren't too many really good Namek moves. I want to give a shout out to Double Axe Handle. It looks really cool. I'll actually show it. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a wrestling fan, but I just really like Double Axe Handle. I think it looked really cool. Double Axe Handle. It's like a rushing move, and it sends them flying to the ground. Unfortunately, I can't really show it because he's, you know, not in the sky or anything. But I just liked it, okay? So I'm going to shout it out. So anyway, we're going to start with a controversial one. Blue Kaioken Assault. Now, the thing is it takes 2,000 stamina. That is not good. I don't know why it takes that much stamina. You get this from summoning Purunga. So maybe you want to call this a Mickey Mouse kind of entry on the list, but you can technically get it in Namek. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use it here. As you guys can see, the damage really is not that good. 10,000 something, I mean, like, yes, that's better than what we've been using, but it takes 2,000 stamina. So I don't consider that good, especially when you have something like Meteor Break here, which has better combo percentage, or sorry, not percentage, potential. It's doing almost the same amount of damage, and it's taking 4 times less stamina, which is the Earth equivalent move. So yeah, Meteor Break or Meteor Combination, either of them, I would say, are better options than Blue Kaioken Assault, but I wanted to mention it. Bloody Dance is next. Now, Bloody Dance does quite a bit of damage. Pretty fast little combo here. So I do think it's probably better than Earth's Best. Let's go ahead and kind of see. Yeah, it's definitely better than Earth's Best, that's for sure. Breakstorm is also one of Earth's best moves here. So yeah, definitely better than both those moves. And then the last move I want to shout out was Kick Barrage. This was a standout move for me just because of how fast it is, how many hits it does. Kick Barrage is amazing. So yeah, definitely one of the better moves for sure for Namek. So yeah, that's every rush I wanted to talk about. Not too many. Like I said, this video should hopefully be a little faster, which is thankful for all of us. One quick thing I wanted to mention too, Kick Barrage, it takes 500 stamina. If I show right here, Kick Barrage takes 500 stamina. If I show Bloody Dance, that should take 1,000. Yeah, so Bloody Dance is actually considered a Namek move, while Kick Barrage is considered a Saiyan Saga move. However, you literally can't buy it until you're over level 100, which I haven't been mentioning, actually. Blue Kaioken Assault, you actually just get from Purunga, like I said. Zarbon gives you Bloody Dance, the mentor. And then Kick Barrage is level 155 in the shop. So yeah, I think Kick Barrage is probably your best bet, especially for the stamina cost. But again, I'm only here to lay down the facts on the damages and how much stamina they take, and I'm letting you decide if the move is worth it for you and your build. Because again, say you're having a bunch of agility stat, right? You have a bunch of stamina. Maybe you can afford the extra stamina for Blue Kaioken Assault or something. Or if you're a damage build, you know, maybe you want to use the lower stamina moves and let your damage carry. Or it's all your choice. Again, you can inverse those too. Maybe your damage build, you want to go for maximum damage. You don't care about how much stamina it takes, you know? So, like I said, I'm just here to present you with the facts. The facts are, once you get to Namek, you should be shooting for Kick Barrage. Training with Zarbon seems to be pretty worth it. He gives a couple of good moves. Bloody Dance, of course, very good. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on. I wouldn't waste your wish on Blue Kaioken Assault, by the way. That's just me. I would get the trait. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to, what is next? Counters. Counters, yes. Alright, so to talk about counters, let me go actually get to the other dummy here. So this guy is going to help me showcase these counters. So just to remind you guys, Earth's best counter was Gallic Burst. Now, I do want to give, like, a slight warning. Gallic Burst is a key damage move. So, but even for me, it was by far the, like, even better than any of the melee counters, because Gallic Burst scaled way higher. So as you guys can see, I have a melee build through and through. I have almost nothing in the key damage. This is all from Time Chamber, really. And so, if I go ahead and Key Blast this guy, I'm going to show you guys, Gallic Burst is the real deal. I don't know if this guy even does moves or anything. So hopefully I can time my counters right. Gallic Burst at 6, 3, 4, 1. So first, I want to mention Bloody Counter, which is Zarbon's move. Another Zarbon move. Very good. Bloody Counter is going to sit here, do over 10,000 casually. Now, that was with a crit. So keep that in mind. And then there's one more move I want to showcase, which is from Captain Ginyu. It's Got You. In my experience, Got You does more damage, as we saw. So Got You, I actually think is the best counter for a melee build. But you might want to test it, because Gallic Burst might be scaling higher for you. At your level, because, again, I have 2,000 melee. A Namek player isn't going to have that much melee, right? So, maybe at your level, Gallic Burst is actually still scaling higher. Maybe Got You is, or Bloody Counter is, you know, whichever one you want to... I wanted to mention both. They were both stand out way better than the rest. So I did want to mention both. I didn't want to not mention Bloody Counter just because Got You is better, right? Bloody Counter is still very, very good. And I like to give people variety. It would be boring if everybody used the same moves, and I know you guys would be like, but Bobby, this video is, like, encouraging everyone to use the same moves. Well, that's why I'm trying to give you variety. If you want to listen and be meta and go through the game with the best moves, watch this video, man. If you don't, then don't watch this video. Go do what makes you happy, man. um, I might, you know what? Out of spite, I think I'm gonna make like a video just like this, but just the coolest moves in each saga, the most swag aura farming moves that there are. Kamehameha is gonna be on there, bro. Anyway, yeah, that's the counters. That's all I wanted to mention. Yeah. And next, I'm gonna be talking about evasives. So back on Earth, I suggested mostly after image, maybe backflip if you wanted. So and then there was one more that was, I believe it was like Psycho. Oh no, it was Solar Flare. Okay. So Solar Flare was a stunning move. Psycho Escape here is another stunning move. It actually only takes 2 defense bars though, so I think Psycho Escape is probably better than Solar Flare. In fact, I'm pretty, like, almost 100% Psycho Escape is better than Solar Flare. So, go ahead and upgrade that. And then as for your other evasive, if you want to keep your evasive as a low defense bar thing to just get you out of dodge, I would say keep After Image for sure. If you want to go damage route, Explosive Demon Wave is the evasive that's doing the most damage in the Namek saga. So yeah, that's about it. Explosive Demon Wave, that also takes, what, 2 stamina bars? Yeah, 2 stamina bars. So yeah, that's evasives figured out. Now it's time to get into ultimates. So initially when I was making the notes for this video, I wrote down Blue Kaioken Finish, and I also wrote down Raccoon Punch as good ultimates for Namek. But I'm about to show you guys why they are not. So Blue Kaioken Finish, you're getting from, whatchamacallit, you're getting it from Purunga. So Purunga is giving you this trash ultimate, man. Let's go ahead and take a look, man. So Blue Kaioken Finish, you know, you come down, you drop him, whatever. Yeah, cool, 11,000 damage, right? Keep in mind, Break Storm over here. Okay, maybe not doing comparable damage, but Break Storm got outclassed by Kick Barrage, right? You know, whatever, right? Sure. Decent damage. But let's look at Kaioken Finish. It did way more. It's doing more. And it's just like, why, man? Like, why is Kaioken Finish doing more than Blue Kaioken Finish when you have to earn it through a lot more effort? I just don't get it. And then, one thing I forgot to mention in my other video is Crane Style Assassin Strike. I forgot to write it down, even though I knew it was the best ultimate. This ultimate for low levels is so good! Look at that! Like, that ultimate is insane for low levels. So, all Earth players, I recommend you doing that. I did write it in a pinned comment, so hopefully people saw that. But yeah, Crane Style Assassin Strike, the best ultimate for sure for Earth and for Namek, really, especially for melee characters. Now, I will say, Mystic Flash, and by the way, you get Crane Style from Mercenary Tau, the mentor. So, I will say Mystic Flash is the only other good ultimate that I want to talk about. Now, this is a counter ultimate. For key users, this is a must, and this is going to last you literally the entire effing game. Until the end of the game, this ultimate should be on your moveset. Until we get a better one. So let me just show you guys real quick. The damage this ultimate does, it used to be ridiculous. Now it's a little more scaled down. Still very good. Still a very, very good ultimate. And it's a counter ultimate. And you can also counter blasts with this ultimate. You can counter beams with this ultimate. It's just a very strong ultimate. Keep in mind, that is scaling off of key damage, and I'm a melee build. So yeah, that is very important to mention. So yeah, Mystic Flash, insanely strong. But I will say, of course, Mystic Flash is doing 12k. If I pull out the good old, what was it, Raccoon Eraser Gun, this move is doing kind of comparable damage, and it's a super attack. So maybe that's something to point out, you know, like, I mean, we're finally at the point where our ultimates are at least better, but how much better? I don't know yet. So ultimates, I feel like in this game definitely need to be buffed a little bit. These lower level ones easily need to be buffed. So yeah, that was the ultimate section. Alright everybody, so hopefully this video has helped you conquer Namek, become a Super Saiyan, or whatever your race's alternative is if you're a different race. But you know what? Super Saiyan could be like a hypothetical. It could be just a mindset, you know, like you achieved it, man. You did it. Hopefully this video helped you do that. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys are enjoying the series. I'm trying to do good, trying to help you guys all out. I know this is probably the most requested thing I've ever really gotten, was just people asking me what moves they should be using throughout what level. The next most request is probably what moves I should be using in PvP, and to which I tell you, you're asking the wrong guy, buddy. If you want to get into PvP, you gotta get into the Discord community. You gotta find the players who are actually good and ask them, or go find them and fight them. Because I'm telling you right now, bro, I'm not one of them. Trust me, you see me fighting some PvP player, bro, I'm getting washed, okay? I'm getting cooked. I'm getting fried. I never claimed to be good. I'm just, like, better than the average player. That's it. But anyway, enough railing on myself. Man, sheesh. Someone get this guy a therapist. Yeah, hopefully you are ascended now. Or, not ascended, but hopefully you've transformed into a better version of yourself after this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Good luck with your grinding. Look out for the future one, because that one is coming right up.